Kevin Esterly, who fled to Mexico with teenager in 2018, is now accused of rape. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. In today's video, we have a child rapist, Kevin Esterly, who fled the country, now accused of rape. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself. I'm on normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. The Lehigh Valley man who made international headlines in 2018 for fleeing to Mexico with a teenage girl is now being accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting a girl and giving her drugs over a period of years. Kevin Esterly, age 52, of Whitehall, was charged on Monday with the said crime. Esterly faces felony charges of rape, 2 counts of statutory sexual assault, involuntary deviate, sexual intercourse, indecent assault on a person less than 13 years of age, endangering the welfare of children, and unlawful contact with a minor. The person called the Allentown Police Department in February and said she was sexually assaulted as a juvenile, according to a criminal complaint against Esterly. Now, in interviews with police, the victim said that she became friends with Esterly's stepdaughter. Now, this is the catch. She became friends with Esterly's stepdaughter and that she began to spend a lot of time with her friend and her friend's family, including Esterly. All right, this is where Esterly sunk his teeth in and kind of like, okay, I'm going to make the contact. I'm going to, get her where I need her to be. I want her to be able to trust me. And then we're just going to move forward. And I'm going to do everything I want to do, how I want to do it. Now, the victim said that during police interviews that when she was 12 years old, her friend moved into a new house in Lehigh County where the victim spent most of her summer before 8th grade. I got questions, but we're going to address that in a moment. Now, the affidavit of probable cause says that she woke up multiple times to Esterly molesting her that summer at the residence. The victim told police Esterly provided her with alcohol at a birthday party as she attended at Esterly's home when she was just a mere age of 13 years old. Okay. Now, Esterly sexually assaulted her after she became drunk and fell asleep on a couch, taking advantage of the victim. After that incident, Esterly would sexually assault her almost every time she slept over at the residence until she was around 15 years old. So he did all kinds of unwanted acts to this young lady, and I think she was afraid to say anything, like most victims are. They're afraid to say anything. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to rock the boat. But in the meantime, they'll sit there and just still suffer in pain and in silence, and just won't say nothing. You know what I mean? This can't be happening. This can't be true. You know what I mean? And it really is happening. Now, authorities said that the criminal affidavit that Esterly introduced the girl to methamphetamines, which she became addicted to. And this is a very, very, very high potency drug. Okay, you see a lot of people in Kensington, okay, down there just gone, okay? So now, Esterly would bring her drugs, excuse me, he would bring her drugs in exchange for sexual favors. Oh, you want some meth? Okay, I got you. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. You know what I mean? Taking advantage once again, to the victim. Now, The victim told police that in 2017, when she was just 15 to 16 years old, Esterly moved out of his residence to an apartment not far from where she was living, okay? Now, Esterly would talk to her, would take her to the apartment most days, and they would do drugs together, and then Esterly would sexually assault her, all right? I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the, because there's a lot of stuff going on, right? But it's another piece I want to bring in to the picture, right? And I'm gonna tie the thing up with a bow, and then I'm gonna get you on your way. Now he was obviously got caught back in 2018 for running Mexico running off with a 16-year-old girl with a minor or whatever. He got caught. In April 2022, Esterly was released on parole from state prison after serving about 3 years and 3.5 years of his 2.5 year to 5 sentence. So he did 2.5 to 3 years of his 5-year sentence on good behavior. They let him out. He was cool, whatever. All right, cool. Now they still had charges pending, but they couldn't really pin it on him until they got a statement from the victim. The victim stepped up. She said what she needed to say, and hook, line, and sinker. Now the sad part about it is, what I'm hearing is this guy, Kevin Esterly, was actually active in the church. And he was one of the church counselors to the youth or whatever. I'm not sure if he was on the youth board or, he was on one of the board, but it was part of the church, right? And the reason why I brought that up is to say this, okay? I'm diving in right now, okay? So the reason why I'm saying that to say this, we'll say, okay, everything happened, everything is done, you know what I'm saying? We're going to move forward. And, he's gone, he's locked up. She can be able to heal. We can take her to the church, bring her to a program, and that way somebody can help her out. Well, ain't that how she got caught up in the first place? That's how she got caught up in the first place. That's how someone like Kevin Esterly slid through the cracks, saw her, dug in, and did what he had to do. See, it's predators everywhere we go, right? It's predators on the streets, in the obvious places that you see, okay? It's predators in the courtroom. It's predators in government. It's predators in schools. It's predators in churches. It's predators, in your local, volunteer, areas where people are at. You have to be very, very, very careful and vigilant as to what you're doing and, who you're doing it with, because people out here are preying on people, the weakness of people, and they want to sink their teeth in. See, ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand, the devil comes to steal, kill, steal, and destroy. And if he can kill, steal, and destroy, and whether you're religious or you're not, it doesn't really matter if you're religious or not. It's a true fact, okay? The devil, everyone knows about the devil, okay? We know what he do. We got the devil, right? And it's not a religion lesson. It's just straight up facts, okay? Because obviously God loves you. He wants to take care of you. He wants everything to be wonderful for you. You got to learn lessons. You got to go through life. If you follow him, everything will be great, right? You have your ups and your downs, but everything will be fine. The devil, on the other hand, don't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? He going to suck you in by sitting there saying, hey, listen, you want money? I'll give you money. Here's $1 million. Oh, my God, the devil is wonderful and great. Oh, yeah, guess what? Yeah, now he wants you to accept that $1 million. You just sold your soul to the devil. And now he's going to do whatever he needs to do to kill, steal, and destroy. And not only will he get his $1 million back, he's going to get something else as well. You know what I'm saying? That he's really searching for. And that's your soul. Now, Kevin Esterly has a warm place, okay, in hell, waiting for his ass. Because at the end of the day, anytime you take advantage of a young 8-year-old, okay, and all through her childhood, all through her childhood, she's been taken advantage of many, many, many times over. She comes over to play with her girlfriend. She can't even play with her girlfriend. She got to play with her girlfriend's dad. See, this is the reason why, me personally, I don't trust nobody. I don't give a damn who you are, because guess what? That can't be my child, all right? Because first and foremost, where's the mother and father in this whole equation? You let your child go over there and spend the summer with a child. Listen, moms and dads ain't doing that type of stuff. I don't care. Caring moms and caring dads don't do that type of stuff. I don't give a damn. You doing whatever you got to do to make ends meet, right? This little girl could have been raised by her grandma. She could have been raised by her mom. She could have been raised by her dad. I don't know what the situation is, but if you always over someone's house and this dude is always molesting you, he's always touching on you, always doing something, but you're not saying nothing, and your parents is not picking up on it, your grandparents is not picking up on it, whoever your guardian is not picking up on it. So everyone should be at fault here because everybody failed this child. Everybody, okay? So this child should never have gotten into that place where she was being touched, she was doing this. Anybody, and I'm gonna speak to every single person out there, whether you're an adult, you a child, you know what I'm saying, whoever, under the sound of my voice, okay? You never, ever, ever let anyone touch you unwittingly, okay, in a space where you don't feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? They're forcing themselves on you. The only time something like that needs to happen, okay, is if it's two adults and it's a consenting situation, okay? If it ain't any minor, anybody under the age of, in my opinion, 21, I'm going to say 18 because 18 is when you became an adult for the court system. But for me, 21, anyone under the age of 21, nah. You shouldn't be letting nobody touch you in any kind of way. Let nobody force themselves on you. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, children should be able to be children. They should be able to keep their innocence as long as they need to keep their innocence until they get older. Because once you become an adult, it's going to corrupt you, as we all know it, because we've all been corrupted as adults. Okay? Some of us made it through. Some of us didn't make it through. You know what I'm saying? But as you can very well see, Kevin Esterly, when he was a child, he may not have had to deal with that. But once he got older, okay, he did something and he was introduced to something he was taken advantage of as well. Now, I could care less about what he's been dealing with as a child or whatever the case may be, because you took that and then you used that to your good, okay, and hurt this young lady in a way where now she can't even come to the church to ask for help. And I know some people probably sitting there saying, well, if he did this, okay, she came forward, and if he did this back when she was 8 years old, and now she's like, what, 17, 18, or whatever, you know, old enough to be an adult, 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying, prior to 2018, let's say 2015, 2016, I think that was talking about. The statute of limitations for child predators, you know, child molesters and all that type of stuff, it's not 7 years as a lot of people may think. The statute of limitations for child crimes like this is 50 years. So if you've done something within 50 years of that time period, your ass is going to get ran up to prison, okay? Because at the end of the day, they should be taught to, number one, not touch kids, okay? Once you get to prison, I hope the big boys get in there and teach your ass a lesson. Drop his ass, and they know they put predators and they separate the prisoners, right? And it's almost to the point where it's just like every prisoner that's in there that been there long enough know how long you've been in there. Oh, you in this ward? Yeah, you a child molester. You in this ward? You a murderer. You in this ward? Theft. You in this ward? Forgery or something like that. You know what I'm saying? What the case may be. You know, perjury or kidnapping or whatever the case may be. So, you know, they know what they're doing and how they doing it. But at the end of the day, this fucking Kevin Esterly needs to get dealt with. I hope somebody go in there and beat the fuck out of his ass. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not my child, but it is a child. Okay? Because God forbid anything that happen like that to my child. And I know this motherfucker walking around, trust and believe that's because I'm going to bust your fucking head wide open, okay? And I know I shouldn't advocate violence or anything like that, but I'm very, 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 very protective of both of my children, okay? And, you know, once you become an adult, you do what you want to do. But if you still feel like you're doing something and this man, you know what I'm saying, that you're messing with is kind of giving you a hard time and it's not really working out in your favor and you need somebody to come in and, you know, some of the reinforcements to come in, hey, listen, by all means, I'm available, okay? So at the end of the day, this guy, Kevin Esterly, took advantage of this young lady and he should be dealt with on a personal level, okay? And he could be getting beat down right now as we speak, okay? You know what I mean? So what I didn't like is the wry smirk that he had on his face, and you know, just the way that he did this, man. Like it just rubbed me the wrong way. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, there's no way that a man that age, okay, you know, looking at little girls like that and doing things that you're doing to a little girl. There's plenty of women out here that's available, that's single, that need somebody. You know what I'm saying? And you homing in and looking at a child. It's a sick crime, and I'm glad he's arrested. I'm glad he's going down, and you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, protect these babies out here. Protect these babies. Now, with all that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. On my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. On my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you're watching this video for the first time and you just happen to stumble over it, it happened to come across your feed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It'll help me out exponentially. It'll push these videos out to everyone that wants to see this, that everyone needs to see this, okay? Because messages like this needs to get out so that people can understand that they have rights, and they should be protected at all costs, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no one should be violating someone all because they felt like they did what they wanted to do. No, that's not acceptable to me, okay? So, yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I definitely appreciate it. Come visit me on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook. Hit the merch store. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on one of these sides, you know, down here, or, you know, here, or right here. Yeah. So, one of those sides. And then, you know, give me a shout. Let me know. Take a picture of your shirt. And let me know that you cop something and put it on my Instagram, you know what I'm saying? You know, let me know and I give you a shout out, you know what I'm saying? So, I got my jersey, my shirt, or whatever. So, next video I'll have it on so you guys will see it. I'll tag it in the link. And that way you know I got shirts, you know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, I know I had a very long-winded video, but I'm very passionate about this particular topic because kids should not be violated in any way, shape, form, or fashion, okay? And they should be taken care of at all costs. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm doing everything I could possibly do to make sure that happens for my individual children and anyone that's around them that may hear something, I'm okay to speak up and say something, do whatever I need to do. All right? So, with all that being said, I love y'all. Please be careful out here. All right? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out. I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league and that's hands down. Understand.